Why can't others accept someone for what good they have done? Or rather, why won't others let other people accept the good that that someone has done? They know they did something bad. Okay, they know, they understand. But why can't you acknowledge the positive things that they have done? Why can't you acknowledge the positive aspects of their character? Look, this is hypothetical. I never I haven't done this. Let's say I punch a kid. All right, let's say I punch a kid. I donate to organizations all across the world that try to stop child abuse. That doesn't excuse me from the fact that I punched a child, whether it be a little boy or a little girl. It does not excuse me from doing that. Now, yeah, I know I've done something bad. All right, I acknowledge that I've done something bad. I've tried to right my wrongs. But why are you so fixated on the negative aspects of my character? Why can't you let me do good? Like, why are you so ultimately fixated on only the negative aspects of my character when it comes to this situation? This also plays into people not listening. When you aren't listening, you don't progress the conversation. Everyone in the world is basically their own echo chamber for their own morals, their own values, their own beliefs, etc., etc. And you know, that's why it's so hard to get people to change their perspective on certain matters when it comes to situations like this one. I haven't explained the situation yet, but you'll understand eventually. But yeah, that's why it's so hard to get someone to change their perspective on something. Now, when they meet someone else with that same, echo chamber kind of ideal mindset, when they meet that other person, they're usually going to resonate with them, right? When they do that, either their echo chamber will get bigger, or both of their little chambers will combine, do a little something, and they'll get even bigger. Now, eventually, because they want to meet other people with these same ideas, they're going to go out and find other people that resonate with their frequencies. And that's how they form these massive groups. Eventually, those groups will do something good or bad. And usually in that situation, in their attempts to do something good or bad, they will try to resonate their frequency to the wrong audience. The situation is, the story goes, a man named Carson King appeared on ESPN, wanted some beer. Eventually this beer company came out. They were like, hey, that's pretty cool. And, the guy collabed with the beer company, did a little something, raised over $1 million worth of money for an Iowa children's hospital, right? Now, in good times, everyone's going to try and search for something negative because they just need a reason to do so. My dog just walked past the camera, so if the camera just shakes, that's why. But everyone needs a reason to just be angry at something, even in the best of times. So a reporter, I think his name was Aaron Calvin. Yeah, if I remember correctly, his name was Aaron Calvin. Came out and was sent out to do a report on on Carson King. Now, the Aaron dude, what I've heard of as Aaron dude, Aaron went out, found some old tweets. Oh my God, Tuck, stop shaking the camera. Went out and found some old tweets from Carson over 8 years, well, not over 8 years, but like 8 years ago, and basically exposed it to the internet. And like I said, all the people with when you have the same frequency with somebody, of course you're going to resonate with them. And these people that resonated with Aaron Calvin came to rush over, and they started going off on Carson King. Now, when this happened, mind you, Carson King was 16 at the time that he said these things, these tweets. Carson King went on to the news. He made a formal apology. I nearly said apologization. He made a formal apology to the public, where he said that he was sorry and that looking back on the things that he said, he was surprised and absolutely disgusted by the things that he said, as any person would be. Hell, man, when I turn 28, I'm going to look back on some of the shit I said now and I'm going to be flabbergasted. But still, you get the point. He came out, made an apology, and everything was, it was bad. It wasn't fine and dandy. It was definitely bad. But a lot of people came out and stood by Carson King. Now, thankfully, the internet is a vast and very intelligent place. And when they all resonate together, just for one tiny moment, they do good. They do some good. Basically, oh man, I love this part. Basically, the internet dug up some of Aaron Calvin's tweets, the reporter who made the report on Carson King's bad tweets from 8 years ago. The internet dug up some tweets from Aaron Calvin, and let's just say it had a happy ending. Basically, when they dug up these tweets, everybody came rushing over and they were like, why would you do this? Why would you make a report on a guy who had some really shitty tweets from 8 years ago? Why are you going to do that? But you made some shitty tweets as well. And the reporter was like, wait, no, you guys can't do that. I was just doing a report. I'm sorry. And I just wish that, instead of focusing on the negative parts of our character, we should all focus on the more positive aspects of everybody's personality, just so we can, progress and stuff. When I tell you this shit made me laugh, this shit made me laugh hard, bro. Oh my God. We would be able to live in a better society if people like you didn't do these stupid reports and bring up tweets from 8 years ago that brings everybody into an outrage. It doesn't do anything for the situation. We would be so much better off without people like you. All right? If we really want to further ourselves into society, yeah, we can look into the past. But there's no reason to get pissed off about something that this guy did 8 years ago. Some tweets this guy did 8 years ago when he was 16. He didn't know any better. Like they say, young and dumb. That doesn't apply to everybody, especially not me. But still, this dude was 16. We understand that what he said was racially insensitive, but you also said something racially insensitive. Right? This wouldn't have happened if you didn't go into his past and try and dig up the shitty things that he did. Especially since it's like, you gotta be some type of low as a reporter to dig through somebody's tweets from 8 years ago. You really have to go that deep and that far back just to get a paycheck? You can't find something that would correlate to today? Here's the thing. Yeah, I understand. Saying something racist even in 2012 was wrong. But 2012 was a completely different time. A completely different time. I forgot to mention, this didn't happen recently. This happened it happened last year, which is still sort of recent. I just found the article interesting. But he made these tweets 8 years. You have to be some type of low just to have that aha moment. I thought reading articles was not only supposed to interest you in what the conversation is, but it's also to present the facts. Yeah, I understand there's groups out there who have their own little blogs or whatever, but this is like this dude raised $1 million for an Iowa children's hospital, and you just had to ruin that good moment. That one moment in time where someone could feel just some ounce of, I wouldn't say pride, but content in what thing they have done. It It's just wrong. This is exactly why people who just spoil the moment are so damn dangerous. They don't do anything for anybody except make matters worse. Whether it be slightly worse or drastically worse. I am glad that you got called out for what you did. Because that was foul. That was foul. You know what's even funnier? It's almost like they were trying to cover up their past. Jesus Christ, man. And try to seem like the good person in the situation, even though they know they've done wrong as well. Of course, Aaron Calvin deleted the tweets. Tried to seem like the good person. But that's not how the world works. If you're going to go around and dig into other people's closets that have way less skeletons than you do. Well, this guy didn't really have way less. Carson didn't have way less skeletons. But if you're going to go digging into somebody else's closet full of skeletons, don't act like you don't have bodies in your own. Just don't. It's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well for the other person. Well, it did end well for the other person by the end of the story. Not in the middle at all. But it's not going to end well for you at all. I understand. Talking about this is sort of hypocritical because it happened in the past. But I just needed content. Not only that, but this is also a lesson. Don't fucking try to do stupid shit like this if you have done stupid shit in the past, like severely stupid shit, like shit that could get your entire job taken away from you. Just don't. Shit that could make you feel embarrassed by the whole town. Don't do it. It's not going to end well. Not at all. Not at all. No. Anyway, party people, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I see y'all in like 3 days. I got this whole plan going on where I like upload 3 times and then post something random and then come back like 3 days later. Sounds good, right? Twisms.